Hey everybody, I am here today doing my technically second experiment of the year. You'll find this eventually under the product testers playlist. I am really excited. Today I am trying out a new vegan recipe. It is going to include mango butter, shea butter, organic castor oil, organic sunflower oil, and brand new to the store, cocoa butter. As you can see, I haven't even taken off the seal yet. I am really excited for today. This is only going to be a pound worth of oils. This is going to be a very small soap batch, hence the name experiment. And we're going to fill them up to the top of our, normally we only fill it up to a third of the way, sample bars. I'll see you guys once I've melted the hard oils, and I'll be back. All right, I'm back, putting in the last oil, castor. My sunflower oil is just way too big to put on camera and be able to manage it, so I hope y'all can forgive me. I'm not doing that. And just to go over the fragrance plan today, we're going to do Nature's Garden Yummy Gummy, which when I debuted Girl with the D&D tat, that's her fragrance. Although I am changing it this year when it comes back on the shelf. And I will go over that another time, but just a little tidbit of knowledge. Also, plan on adding some neon yellow just to give it a little pizzazz. I'm not positive I plan on making it a solid color. I plan on swirling it. Just a scooch over, but barely, so we're good. Okay, let's give this a stir. See what our temperature's at. We are about 82 Fahrenheit. Oh, it's gone down. 79. There's a lot of hard oils in this one, and I mean, as thick as it is right now, just in the 80s, I'm kind of nervous about how this is going to react. So while I'm here, before adding, you know what, let's just go ahead and make my life a little easier. Let's go ahead and just add everything to the oils. That way, if it speeds up a little bit, I can just immediately put it in to my molds. Because neons need blending. See, when you start to stir it up a little bit manually without the stick blender, you get dots, which is why you have to use the stick blender. I'll be right back. Okay, so I started out with the lye solution at about 114 and the oils in the low 80s. Alright guys, as you can see, this got thick quick. I'll be back for the unmolding. Hey everybody, it's Allie. I am back doing the unmolding today, as you can tell. I am a little past due getting this out. But I think you'll forgive me. I cannot tell you how quickly this set up for me. I'm going to have to change my technique the next time I make this. Maybe add a little bit more water. Definitely gonna make the lye solution ahead of time because this was a little too fast-paced for my liking. At least if I'm going to be putting it in a loaf mold to be cut later on. And not only did this set up batter-wise really quickly, this also got hard really quickly, where if this gets approved by the product testers, I am going to have to keep a close eye on this when it comes to cutting. Most of my soaps, because of my high water content and the fact that I never put sodium lactate in my soaps, it can take a while for them to harden up. Sometimes a week before I feel comfortable with my sunflower heavy recipe anyway. But this would literally be a day, maybe less. I would literally be spending, after my first 12 hours, I'd be spending a lot of time with this soap to make sure that I didn't get past the point of no return when it comes to being able to cut these. Now, as you can see, they turned out a beautiful yellow. I'm going to have to cut down so much of the back because they just refused to level out. Which again was my fault for not being a little bit more cautious. Now, I'm not sure when I'm going to be airing this exactly, but I do have room for product testers if anyone would like to join in and tell me what they think. Of my first multi-oil vegan recipe. Now, in case any of you haven't really heard of cocoon butter or only just heard about it, not know any of the details, the reason I chose cocoon butter is because I've used it before. Back in my past life when I was a massage therapist, and by past life I mean my 20s, early 30s. Cocoon butter is really good as a butter itself. And of course I can't say if any of this translates in soap, but as an oil itself, it's really great at moisturizing all skin types. It's really close to cocoa butter, but because it's a completely different plant, you don't have to worry about the chocolate allergy. It is a very hard butter, which means that it would last down here in the heat of Florida much better than coconut oil. Coconut oil most of the year is liquid down here because of how hot it always is. Cocoon butter would always stay solid as long as it didn't get into direct sunlight anyway. Now, I am really looking forward to my product testers giving me feedback on this. I'm actually looking forward to stealing one of these myself and using it. Ooh, this is pretty. Cocoon butter is also really good at improving, it's said anyway, I don't know if there's any scientific data on it, but it's said to improve the elasticity of the skin. And as someone who's used it themselves, I will say that as someone who is acne prone, but now going into middle age, my skin is changing, but I am still acne prone. So I have this combination skin now, where some of it's really dry and some of it's still really close to the same oily level that it was as a teenager. So I have to, and no matter what I do, if the oil is comedogenic, it will give me a crazy amount of acne that I have to then manage. So I can confidently say that cocoon butter has never flared up my acne response. And it is, because it's a butter, it sticks around on the skin a bit longer than a liquid oil, say, would, or a lighter oil would. It is very, very nice to the skin, and I love using it in the winter, mostly when my skin experiences a dry period. Very rarely outside of winter, unless I'm stuck in the AC and they take the humidity controls a little too far. Since this is a product tester video, I am going to divulge something that I've been thinking about for a couple months now. To make the story not so long, Florida has recently come off their death grip on homemade cosmetic creators. So coming off their regulations, I have decided that I'm going to make a solid body balm, and cocoon butter is most definitely going to be a part of it. I'm going to be, as always, giving these experiments to my product testers to give their experience and to, give me critiques, give me pointers like, hey, I like this, but I'd like to maybe see something with that instead, all that jazz. So if you're not a part of the tester group and you would like to be, go ahead and head over to geekalchemy.com, look up my product tester page, and it gives you far more information so I don't take up too much of your time now. I hope you guys have a geeky day. Bye.